Welcome to Skyrim for Seniors. Now, we're in Raven Rock, and there is a bunch of stuff that we haven't done here on Soultime, and it needs to be done. But, and I was headed out to do it because it desperately needs doing. And I'm actually going to go do something. I'm going to go kill a family of Netch. Because the Netch jelly and leather and stuff is something that needs that I need. And I don't have much of. I can't, I suppose I could, but I'm not going to. And unless I have some problems, I'm going to call that quits and go do something else. I just, on the spur of the moment, I decided to give up on Soultime. Uh-oh, I'm headed in the wrong direction. If I do that, if I go down that way, I get wrapped up with a dragon, don't I? It won't let me fast travel. Ooh. It occurred to me, I really need to go to Darkreach. Blackreach, not Darkreach, Blackreach.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready.
And I should have gone there long, long ago. In fact, all of this makes me, oh, I shouldn't be talking about this. I shouldn't be talking about this. I should be,
You lost?
yeah, sometimes it seems that way. Now between, yeah, I took my illusion back down. I, what do you call it? Legendary illusion and something else. Yeah, restoration. I think I'd already told you about it. Never mind. And did some training in archery. And where are we with two-handed? Oh boy, that's almost. I have a document that I created on how to find the Crimson Nirnroots. But I can't get that computer working. I'm not sure if this is the correct entrance way. Yeah, so here's Blackridge. Okay. All right, this is a great lift at Aflan. Okay. That's 3. So this will be so dark. Now come back out here and go up to the road. Once we go up to the road, we turn right and go up here. That's where we came in, up there. This is actually where we come in originally. This is Sendirian's lab. There's all kinds of stuff in here. You want to be a little careful in here, because that is another attunement sphere. Not that it matters that much. I mean, not that it actually matters at all, but once it's in your inventory, you can never get it out. Now, I don't know about you, but that noise is extraordinarily irritating to me. Now these Crimson Nirnroot, a good deal of it, most of them in fact, respawn. This particular one in this pot here does not, but most of them do. The ones that are outside do. I spent a large portion of my life unraveling the mystery of the Nirnroot, and yet I still feel unfulfilled. The trilling sound this strange herb emits seems to taunt me, to push me even harder to discover its secrets. Even after a generous and indomitable traveler became a field collector in my stead and provided me with 5 score of the Nirnroot, I was only able to muster what I consider a mediocre alchemical creation at best. This only served to strengthen my hunger and whet my appetite for the solution. It wasn't until over 50 years later that the answer to my prayers was carried into my basement workshop at the West Weald End. The first thing I heard was the familiar tone, that unmistakable warble unique to the Nirnroot. But when I turned around, my heart leapt and a chill ran down my spine. This was indeed a Nirnroot, but of a variety the likes of which I had never seen. The herb was awash in a spectacular array of red hues, each leaf seemingly emblazoned with innumerable variations of crimson. I couldn't move. I was completely transfixed. Oh, my word. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a species of Nirnroot with such a unique property. After an awkward silence, I finally managed to stammer out a few questions to the traveler who brought me this treasure. He told me his name was Obeth Arnesian, a treasure seeker from Skyrim. Apparently, he'd been exploring a vast subterranean network of grand caverns called Blackreach, and had stumbled across what he dismissed as a noisy red weed. His expedition was largely unsuccessful, and he didn't want to leave the caves empty-handed, so Obeth picked one of the Crimson Nirnroot to bring home. He said it took some time, but eventually he was pointed my way, and that perhaps I'd pay a fair price for it. Before I could gather my wits and ask anything else, Obeth offered to sell me the Crimson Nirnroot sample, a map showing me how to find Blackreach and the strange key needed to reach its outer defenses. That's the round ball thing. It took me mere moments to decide. Obeth left Kingrad 1,000 septims richer, but I would have easily paid 10 times that amount to obtain the sample alone. It took a year of planning, but I was able to pack up and sell my workshop and make my way into Skyrim. Before delving headfirst into Blackreach, I knew I needed to set a new laboratory, but wished to do so in seclusion. After making inquiries at the College of Winterhold, of which I was an honorary member, I was directed to speak to Avrusa Savarethi, a student of mechanical alchemy who had a small farm near the city of Riften. By bartering my knowledge of Nirnroot cultivation, I was able to secure Sarethi Farm as a launching point for my field research. I kept the knowledge of the Crimson Nirnroot a secret from Arusa, but imparted everything else I knew to her in exchange for her hospitality. A few months passed, but I was finally ready to enter Blackreach. I used the what is that? I can't see. Ruined lexicon that Obeth had provided and descended into the depths. My goal was to gather enough Crimson Nirnroot to produce my greatest alchemical creation to date. I was certain it would take at least 30 of them to provide the necessary catalyst. This brings me to the present. My initial research seems to indicate that the Nirnroot has a similar affinity for moisture as the garden variety, but also maintains some sort of symbiotic relationship with the enormous fungi that inhabits Blackreach. It's my guess that the fungi itself is a source of water, absorbing it from the moist subterranean air like a sponge. This provides the ideal environment for the Nirnroot to grow. Unfortunately, the Crimson Nirnroot appears to have a vastly shortened lifespan, and they are in no way plentiful down here. Gathering 30 of them will be quite the challenge, but hopefully the denizens of Blackreach will allow me to gather my samples unhindered. Yeah, well, good luck with that. I'll take, that's an A, okay? There we go. Okay, well, and that's his skeleton, and it's got arrows in it. So, okay, so there we go. Now we're on the way back, on the way out, not back out, way out. Now, we're after all, there's 40 some, I forget exactly, 42, I think, 42 of them. And we're on the way to get all of them. Unfortunately, I'm having to do this from memory because I am not able to print out my list. Glub, 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 glub. Ta-da. Come on, glub. Now, I do more than just the nerd root, because I also harvest these guys. Yeah, bonsai. Whack. Whack. I don't actually harvest these guys, but I harvest their antennae. Go to one. Not so much, so. Great, it's gonna fly away, right? And the Charis Hunter antenna. And after the Charis Hunter antenna, there you go. To not get turned around in here, because it is really easy. Well, for me it's easy. I'm sure that for other people. Other people find everything easy and straightforward. Or else they just lie through their teeth all the time. One or the other. I'll leave the decision as to which is which up to you. I've made my own decision. But your decision may turn out to be different. you don't know what's up right off the bat, but now you know. It's scary up. This is Reeking Tower. I guess if you were small enough, or actually if the spiders were big enough in this case, you would know that spiders smell bad. But since spiders are so small, you're not aware that spiders smell bad. This is actually a little bitty now we're retracing our steps here, and you know, there's all kinds of veins and other stuff here, and you'll be so proud of me because I am ignoring them. I'm ignoring veins. This is the only place in the entire game that I ignore veins. Blackreach. I ignore veins in Blackreach. Now we're almost back to where we started. Now this is where we came in originally. Now this is the entrance from Aflan. Down there, directly ahead, up there is the great lift from Aflan. That's where we came in from. Right, now down here. See, now we're back to where we started. It's time to start sneaking again. And it's time to start a new episode, because we're back to where we started, and we're moving along into new territory. So it's time to start a new episode. Okay. And we'll move along, see how we're doing. We've got 11 of 30. However, there are 40 some to be collected. So in the next episode, we'll move along in our quest for the Crimson Nirnroot of Blackreach.